Alright, folks, so we got some stuff to get into today as far as food commentary goes. Listen, I'm on my way to Wendy's. I hear they got a new fish sandwich there. I don't think I've ever tried a fish sandwich at Wendy's ever. I used to work at Wendy's. Fun fact. I like to tell on this channel from time to time, back when I was a young man, probably around 18, 19 years old. And the one thing about Wendy's I can say, now I don't do food reviews, so to say, because I like food. I do a lot of food commentary. But if I'm critical of anything, I'm critical of food reviewers out there. Because some of them, just bleed misinformation, and you got to wonder if sometimes it's just done on purpose. Because when I used to work for Wendy's, and if you're a food reviewer, you can just look at what I'm saying as a guideline, to help you make a better decision about your food reviews when you do them. Wendy's, you can look it up for yourself. Everything they make is made to order fresh. When you go through the drive-thru line and you order a burger, the reason Wendy's always has had such a good reputation over the years is because they make it as soon as it's ordered. And a lot of places go by that standard nowadays. So it's not like limited to just Wendy's, But knowing that and working there and doing a quick Google search on it, just to make darn sure everything I'm saying is correct. You get a burger there, there is no reason for it to look old and like it's been sitting under a heat lamp for 2 or 3 hours, or in your car for 2 or 3 hours. Like I say, it's dishonest. Now, if you're ordering off the app, I'm assuming that what Wendy's does is how they handle something if you ordering it off of some kind of app, is they go ahead and fix it. So whenever you get there, it's going to be done. So if you get there 20 minutes after the burger's been fixed, it's not Wendy's fault. That's kind of your fault. And also, as a food reviewer, to review some food honestly, you got to review it if it's fresh cooked. When I show you food that I eat, I show you the steam coming off of it most of the time. Still. That's honesty. But that's just a little bit of friendly advice, for some of you food reviewers out there, who watch me. You might want to check into how the restaurant prepares food before you go showing us a burger that you've had sitting in your car seat, for an hour, and then open it up and say, "Oh, look how unfresh this is." Or if you ordered it on an app, I might not would want to make that claim. Or I know there's a couple of them out there that order food, I don't know how they afford it, but some kind of DoorDash brings them their food, and that's still your fault if you ain't getting it fresh and the DoorDash is delivering, 6 other people, before they get to you. Yeah, that's still your fault. That's not the restaurant's fault, You want to do a fair review of a restaurant, you make sure it's fresh before you do your review at all. Then if something's wrong, you have every right in the world to complain, like if it's undercooked or whatever. But sometimes it's painfully obvious, and then sometimes reviewers just state how bad it is to the point where it's over and over again. It's so repetitive. It makes me think, that hey, your review's not honest because you're just going too far out of your way to try to prove, you know, that it's bad, or you're just talking about it way too much too often. You know, you mention it a time or two, that's enough. But to go on and on and on about it, and then continue it into another video about some other burger, you know, it just makes it just screams of dishonesty to me. So yeah, I'm more of a critic of critics, you know, because I see too much of that crap going on. And hey, if you want to complain about the price, you know, I ain't nothing I can say about that. But you know, if you're going to a place like Wendy's and you're getting something not fresh, you might want to look up their, you know, standards of how they cook things and stuff. Because if they're giving you something that's bad like that, you know, you've got a real right to complain. You could probably get some free, I know for a fact you could get some free food out of that deal. At least you used to could. You better not let, you know, the Wendy's and stuff that I used to work for catch you bringing in a burger that looked like it cooked 3 hours ago. But anyway, it's just some friendly advice, you know, take it or leave it. You know, I don't care one way or another. To each their own, I guess. But don't get mad when I call out, you know, those facts, you know, that I can back up with facts. All right, folks, let's go get that Wendy's fish sandwich. All right, so I'm at the Wendy's sign, and I don't see the fish sandwich at my Wendy's. They might not have it at mine. I don't know. Let me ask.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Do y'all have the fish sandwich?
No, sir.
Y'all don't?
No, sir.
Alright, well, let me get a Dave's double combo with a Diet Coke.
Is that a Dave's double combo?
Yeah, with a Diet Coke. Medium.
Alright.
And that'll be all.
1165.
Alright, thank you. So, apparently it's only participating locations only. But hey, it still gives me a good chance to show you that cheeseburger and what I'm talking about them being fresh. And I got 2 cars in front of me right now. They should be dropping my 2 square patties on that grill right now. I'm gonna show y'all. It is 1:18 p.m. in the afternoon. So we'll see how it just turned 1:19, so I guess that was a little premature. So it's 1:19. We'll go by 1:19 and see how many minutes it takes, you know, for me to get my burger, and how fresh those patties actually are by the time I get parked. Because the sunshine is everywhere in this parking lot, so I'm not going to be able to park here. That means I'm going to have to drive down the street and find me a shady place to park, you know, to do the camera work and stuff. None of that extra time is the burger's fault or the restaurant's fault. That's on my time. From the time they hand it to me at this window, it falls under my watch from that point on. Today we're proving a point. Alright, so I just got my food. They just handed it to me. I'm leaving Wendy's now, as you can see. It is 1:21 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, I'm going to find me a place to park that's got some shade where I can do my little hamburger commentary, you know, of how a proper, you know, if this was a review, this is properly how it should be done. You eat it at its freshest, you know, in order to provide a accurate review. And good goodness, somebody's in my usual space that has the shade on it. It is kind of a cloudy day today. Man. Someone else is taking my shady spot. That makes me have to take up more time than I wanted to. Yeah, my camera is in the sun. My shady spot is not available. So it's going to take a little extra time for me to find a shady spot. Lord have mercy. So it might not be quite smoking by the time I actually find a good place to park. So, yeah, a whole other minute has went by. It is 1:22 now. I'm trying to see if I can find a way to angle this away from the sun. The sun is stupid. It's like everywhere. Alright, so I had to come all the way to the park, and this parking lot is filled with people. It is 6 minutes after 1, so it's taking me like 6 minutes just to find a place to park. So, hey look, this is the handy dandy steering wheel tray. This thing used to not fit me, and see, this is taking up more of my time because of my big belly. But now, look at this. That's how much weight I've lost. I couldn't fit this thing on the steering. I didn't think it worked. But it turns out my stomach was just too big the whole time, so it actually does work. It's still a little snug on my stomach, but hey, let's see if I can get the seat to go back any further. No, that's as far back as it goes. The struggles are real being a 6'3" man. Yeah, I got my steering wheel tray, and I've actually still got my table as well. So I got like all kind of options here to eat with. Just figured I'd throw that in there. And now it's 7 minutes. Still not Wendy's fault. Alright, so yeah. Someone suggested I take this and get me some napkins. Ooh, got my fries there. Put that on my old table tray. Let's see if I can get it to prop up a little better. There we go. A little bit better anyway. There we go. Got me some fries on the old table tray. And I got my my Dave's Double, which is still hot. It's still warm in my hands. It's 8 minutes after now. Look at that. You see the glistening on that meat? They cook this thing fresh every time. So if you see somebody telling you it's not fresh, and it looks like it's been sitting around a while, it's probably not Wendy's fault. Yeah. That's a good burger right there. I should have got the triple. Oh no, man, the one thing that they did not give me was a straw. And that is something I am not prepared for. That is something I'm not prepared for. Meaning I don't have a straw in the truck that I can replace their straw with, since they didn't give me one. But hey, ooh, that's what I don't like, man. Give me my straw. Save the complaints for the real complaints that you need to make. Like that one. That's a real legitimate complaint. Wendy's fries are legit though. You don't need no ketchup with them bad boys. Man. Man, them fries is good. That burger's good. I guarantee you, if I could have opened it just a tad faster, I could have got some smoke still coming off of this thing. It is still very warm, fresh off the grill. And look, it is like, you know, 132, and it's still got a lot of warmth on it. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I mean, if you're watching reviewers, wouldn't you rather them do a proper review of a burger? I mean, Wendy's intends for you to eat this fresh off the grill. That's why they are made to order. They intend for you to eat it fresh, or as fresh as possible, I guess. Yeah, I think app ordering and DoorDash ordering, you know, if you're gonna do a review of the food, you should at least include, hey, I ordered this so many minutes ago, and I just now got here, or whatever the time is. A lot of people don't catch on to those type of things. I pay attention though. They didn't give me enough napkins, but I am prepared with the napkin game. That's for sure. Alright, let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Do you agree with me to do a proper review on food like this? Should you eat it as fresh as possible? Or, you know, if you don't get a chance to, shouldn't you at least bring that up in the conversation of the food review you are doing? All I know is mine was banging. Banging! Alright, folks, that's all I got for this one. Someone tell the next one. You folks have a good one.